This room is the drilling station. The machine on the ceiling can utilize multiple attachments. It is currently equipped with a magnet beam which loosens parts from underground and transfers magnetic metals to the surface. Workers can climb down the sides to manually retrieve non-magnetic sediment from the ground or to carry out repairs. It looks like this room has a self-contained power supply system. Would you like me to fly into this dark, obvious, menacing, apparently bottomless hole?
Well, yes.
There is a lot of metallic debris on the ground, but nothing else of note. These are ore samples that were mined here.
There are crystals inside one of them. There's a strange attachment lying around here. I'll take it with me. These stone and metal samples are so heavy, I can't move them an inch. They're also rock hard and solid. I can't break anything off. I've seen computers struggling that were less dusty.
It seems to be damaged only on the outside. Everything appears to be fine on the inside.
You sound like a psychiatrist. I've seen computers struggle.
It seems to be.
You sound like a psychiatrist.
With this fusion generator, the room can maintain its own energy circuit. A security system, in case any human or other biological life form has an emergency in the drilling shaft.
Well, we've already got our emergency. Court, is it really safe?
Of course, it is a small version of a standard fusion generator, roughly the size of an average washing machine.
Okay, then let's put this fusion in spin cycle. Ugh, come on! Yes!
Hey! Good boy. Brainless machines.
It's still working! I never thought I'd be happy to hear the ear-splitting noise made by a machine like this. Oh, some small metal parts came loose, but they won't help me. Oh, some small metal parts came loose, but they won't help me. It doesn't work, but this beam should be able to grasp the door, right?
Correct, Tessa, but the door is made of titanium, which is not magnetic. Probably one of the reasons why rooms such as this one were built with non-magnetic materials was to ensure that the magnetic beam would not be operated incorrectly.
So, to protect us humans from ourselves.
Biological life forms are never perfect.
There were some magnetic metal parts in the hole. Looks like there's nothing magnetic left in the hole. It's starting, but... It's starting, but there's nothing magnetic close by. It's
What? Come on, open up! You've got power, what else do you want?
Oh, wait a moment. I see. The emergency power supply only powers the machines and lights in this room. All doors appear to be locked by an alarm protocol that belongs to the station's main system.
So what else can I do? Use a crowbar? These thick cables lead down into the shaft, probably to power the lamps and other stuff down there. We have power, but the door is locked.
This method of construction...
This makes it easier to pull on. If I put it in the cavities between the struts, it might stay. Yeah, looks good. metal wasn't stuck on well enough. It just got pulled out. I'll take it with me. Just sticking it in won't be enough to keep it in place. I'd better put on the helmet.
If this does not work, we will not be able to remove it again. Are you sure this is a good idea?
It's going to work. Trust me, Core. The welder is out of gas and nothing more than dead weight now. Core, do you have any final objections, hints, or prayers you want to share?
No. My calculations indicate a relatively high chance of success. I will not disclose the exact number so as not to worry you. If this fails, however, it could ruin the entire mechanism and jam it forever.
And you think that would not worry me? Okay.
Unpleasant, but unavoidable.
Let's go. A real beauty.
The high probability was correct. Statistics don't lie.
Neither do physics. Yes, a way inside. Finally. What is that? Mark? Hey! Stop! What the? How can he? Where did he go?
I am not registering any signs of life.
I saw something, a shadow, the silhouette of a human. He ran away.
I assume my sensors are somewhat more precise than your eyes.
So you're saying I'm imagining things? Well, the situation is getting to me, so I guess I can't rule it out. Stay positive, Tessa. We did it. We're in. That's something, at least. There's nothing going on here in the station. Where did the signal come from, Core?
From this direction. Enhancing location. There is a light source up in the command center.
You're right. Let's go. Maybe I was right after all. Hello? Nothing. No light. No person. Not even energy by the looks of it. Damn it!
Your heart rate is too high, Tessa.
Keep my heart rate out of it. I'm allowed to get upset about all this crap. What is this all about? We both saw the light, Core. It was up here, no doubt. And now I'm here, and there's nothing? No power, no source of light, nothing. What the hell is going on here? And the signal. What could have been sending it, Core?
This is definitely the source, but I cannot find any electricity in the vicinity, just the generator we started.
What was it then? 11 hedgehogs and a hamster wheel? An average-sized toucan with a megaphone?
Both of these theories are probably incorrect.
Sorry for getting so riled up, Cor. I mean, it's not your fault. So you've lost the signal and there's no power here. Nor are there any signs of life from anyone. Or anything. Are you able to tell us more about the outpost now?
Yes, this is an independent drilling and research station. Judging by the condition of its building materials, it was probably built 20 to 40 Earth years ago. I could find all details in the database. But I have a theory now what kind of planet we are on and where it might be located.
Well, let's hear it.
Visualization initialized. I have the slightly disconcerting suspicion that the station is not close to any inhabited planets. These are almost always incorporated into designated trade routes. They have an alternating crew of more than 400 people, as this allows for the transportation of large amounts of necessary goods. The station we currently find ourselves in, however, is autonomous and small, and its regular crew could not have encompassed more than 40 people. I assume that it was part of a research program which erected stations such as this one at the edge of the known parts of the galaxy. Ships are sent to these stations in regular intervals of more than a year, as long as they are in service. In the meantime, the stations function autonomously. At some point, they are abandoned once the borders of explored territory shift.
But there must have been some kind of communications channel for emergencies.
Indeed, but direct interstellar communication is too slow. It could take months for a signal to reach another planet. These stations help themselves, they have no choice. However, IMC ships regularly fly through these areas to pick up any signals. If necessary, they can help or relay information to headquarters. There might also be trading or exploration ships from other companies that could receive signals from here, long before they reach any inhabited planets.
So that means, if we transmit a distress signal, it's more like a smoke signal on a lost island at sea. Not like calling emergency services via landline that will be there tomorrow.
Correct.
So, reaching someone will take time, but it's not impossible. As soon as the station has enough power, it will keep us alive and can continuously emit signals to the transport routes so someone can pick us up.
Correct.
Then let's do it.
Good. The power supply comes from an incineration plant in the station's west wing. We received a signal from here, so the communication systems seem to be intact.
It's nice how both of us are just ignoring the fact that the signal shouldn't have existed, just like the light. But okay, we should just be glad that we noticed it and we're here now. Now we just need power. This console won't help us without power. That's strange.
What do you mean?
The cables. The station is overgrown, but that doesn't tear out cables.
This is the communications console with which signals can be sent to other planets or through space.
That's our way out of here, as long as we can get it powered up.
Correct. Once the incinerator is providing energy, we will have access to the database where we should be able to find flight paths close to this planet. Then, a signal will only be a few button pushes away.
Good. Well, better than nothing anyway. Let's keep working on the incinerator then. Once we've got to it, that is. It says medical ward on the door. It's locked, and I can't see any way of moving it or reaching the mechanism.
It all looks so beautiful from up here, as if the outpost has just become one with nature. Nothing helpful. It won't move. Ugh. But it's open just a crack. Looks like someone tried to keep it open with a metal plate. But it didn't work like it did with the other door there. A metal bar was stuck in the door to keep it open.
If I calculated this station's procedures and automatic systems correctly, then there are various, specific, manual steps executed by humans necessary to achieve this outcome. Usually, the security system would open this door. There must have been an emergency lockdown while someone was holding this bar in place, analogous to the locked door by the drilling room.
Compared to the control room, this place is full of random assortments of outdated technology. Apart from this robot arm, nothing really belongs here, I think.
In self-sustaining facilities, it is not unusual to adjust the equipment according to the given conditions, as long as the people in charge know what they are doing, or they have a core.
I can imagine. Core, that looks like a 3D printer.
Correct. This machine can turn virtual models into reality by applying liquid synthetic materials and metals layer by layer and then hardening them. How do you know that?
I remember I did some research into this topic. My long-term memory seems to be working at least. But it needs power. The robot can be moved using these wheels, but only down here, even though it should be able to stretch upwards.
That is probably only for maintenance purposes and to be able to get it out of the way if it cannot move on its own anymore.
I don't think it'll be useful to me anywhere, so I'll just move it back. A workbench full of trash and signs of wear and tear. That's what every DIY enthusiast dreams of. The only thing left inside here are a cable, a kind of nozzle, and a lot of screws. There are some elements and materials written down here. A coffee machine. What a surprise. A gas burner with 2 tubes, both of which aren't connected to anything. Nope, too wide.
We are also going to need power here. Tessa,
Yeah, you're right, but I can't find any mechanical way of opening them either. It's all solid as rock. Behind this is the incinerator plant that powers everything, right?
correct. Also, the vehicle hangar. According to my data, the doors should have an emergency mechanism with which you can manually open them. We only need to find the access point.
I can't move it. It's held on by some screws. A bit rusty, but it's working. Yes, that looks like a manual mechanism.
This does not conform to regular standards. There is a cog missing.
A cogwheel that is held in place. There's a cog missing here.
The mechanism would work again if there was a cog here that was the same size as the one next to it. If we're going to be looking for one like this, we should probably take it with us.
It's screwed in place. I need another gear like this one. The cogwheel is the mechanism to open the door, but I'll need a tool for that. The main cog has an attachment with 3 spokes. The attachment fits onto the large cogwheel, but I can't move it like this. I keep slipping off the attachment. I need some kind of lever that I can use to properly brace it. The attachment fits onto the large cogwheel, but the crack is just a few millimeters wide because there's a thin metal plate stuck in it. But I can't get my fingers through, and I can't grab the plate either. It fits, but instead of moving the door, it just got bent. Oh, lots of cogs. This has to be the robot's mechanism. Cogs and gears of varying size.
It extends across the whole floor and contains many more movable parts.
I need a similar cog to find one here that would fit the other mechanism. Cogs and gears of varying sizes and...
It extends across the...
I need a similar cog to find one here that would fit the other mechanism. A workbench full of trash and... I was able to grab the shard with the foam. Otherwise, I'd have cut open.
What do you mean?
The cables. The station is overgrown, but
That doesn't tear out cables.
The outpost's main control room. The consoles on the left side are used for communication inside and outside of the station. Processes like drill depth, garbage incineration, and door locks are supervised on that platform over there. The devices on the right side are used to control air and water, and you can also access mission databases and authorizations. This whole room is connected to the incinerator's main energy supply. Some repair work was started on these electronics but never got finished.
This console won't help us without power.
These pipes would transfer the air heated in the garbage disposal to various areas across the station.
To work and revive this facility. These barrels have been here for ages. I can't read what's inside them.
It should not be anything dangerous, otherwise these plants would not be growing here so abundantly. That is logical. I hope.
That might be useful. Perfect fit. The attachment fits onto the large... Excellent. Everything fits together and the attachment fits onto the cog. Now I can turn it and operate the mechanism. Now all I have to do is replace the missing cog. Excellent. Everything fits... Now all I have to do is replace the missing cog. Excellent. Now all... Cogs and gears of varying sizes and...
It extends across the whole floor and contains many more movable parts.
I need a similar cog to find one here that would fit the other mechanism. Excellent. Everything fits together. Now all I have to do is replace the missing... Excellent. Now all... It's screwed in place. I need another gear like this one. It's screwed in place. I need another... There's a cog missing here.
The mechanism would work again if there was a cog here that was the same size as the one next to it. If we're going to be looking for one like this, we should probably take it with us.
Excellent. Now all... The attachment has a special opening. It looks like it would fit into the large cogwheel below, but I can't loosen this one with it. Excellent. Everything fits together and the attachment fits onto the cog. Now I can turn it and operate the mechanism. Now all I have to do is replace the missing cog. It's tight, just as it should be. Yes, that works. Cogs and gears of varying sizes and...
It extends across.
I need a similar... None of these cogs are the right size. Core, please analyze the rest of the mechanism and tell me if you can find a cog that's similar to this one.
Yes, the mechanism was altered in one place and a cog of the same type was used.
Great, save the information. We have to be able to move it over here somehow.
Well, it's part of the robot mechanism.
Core, please show me the cogs and highlight the ones we're looking for in green. There has to be some way of getting the ones we need to the maintenance hatch. did it. The cog is sitting in the maintenance area and I can reach it. That's the cog I need. But I can't get it out with my bare hands. That's the cog I need. But I can't get it out with my bare hands. Yes! Got it. There's a cog. I have the tools, and the mechanism is repaired. Let's give it a try. Excellent. Everything fits together. I have the tools. Yes! Oh, it's working! That's it! I guess I'll need that robot in the storage room, so I'll take the cog with me again. Wow. This facility is huge. Is this the garbage incineration?
Correct. Garbage, rubble, and any flammable materials are burned here. The resulting heat is used to generate power.
Burning stuff for electricity? That's a bit antediluvian.
At that time, this crude technology ensured independence from energy cells that were not known to work on this planet. A certain amount of energy is always stored to ensure the facility can power up.
So we just push a button, the power turns on, and we can use the communications console?
Not correct. Firstly, we need to activate the remaining energy via the console. Then we can use the machine and transport materials to the furnace to activate it. Once the facility has reached its full capacity, all systems will be active and we can continue.
Oh boy. That's a lot of buttons and levers.
There should be a round, green button labeled "Push to close." Here it is. Push it. Very good. The remaining energy is powering the console. I have also gained access to the console. Scanning manual.
You're a fast reader, right?
Yes, done. By pressing here, you will enable the use of the remaining energy for the machines in this room. To power up the facility, you must activate the mechanism that loads the material from the silo into the cart. That would be this lever over here.
Beauty.
Now push the cart forwards. Use this.
Nothing happened. And it didn't sound too good either.
Next is the crane. You can open and move it at this desk here.
Nothing. It's all rusted through, too dirty or just broken. I can't move it while it's in that state.
We need the cart and the crane to activate the garbage disposal. Otherwise, we will not be able to use the station's communications console to call for help. The cart has become immobile due to mineral deposits and rust. We must find a way to move it again.
There's some interesting stuff here. Maybe I can use some of it.
Oh yeah, I can already see myself roaring across the planet in this, finding interesting places, strange plants, and breathtaking monuments.
You should focus your attention on repairing the energy supply and transmitting the emergency signal.
You're no fun. But once I'm finished, that's how I'll kill the time. This probably would have been our enemy if we had found a way around the station. Finding a way to go outside will not help us transmitting that distress signal.
As long as I don't know what's missing, I won't do anything with it. There's diagnosis programs for that.
That doesn't sound good at all. Something seems to be blocking the mechanism. Or maybe it's just rusted through. The shovel is rusted through. The computer called it defective.
We won't be able to move it as long as we haven't fixed it.
So we somehow have to get rid of all of this stuff from down here.
That should come in handy. But why won't it go all the way to the silo?
Its job is to transfer burning materials straight to the furnace. Storing the materials in the silo is just a makeshift solution.
Looks like I can put the cog back. A robot arm that seems to be able to move around along these. It fulfilled its purpose without power. I'll leave it be before I break it. It fulfilled... It won't move. But it didn't work like it. Well, at least it fits. With just a bit of force. Yes! My fingers can fit through now. Spin sesame! The research lab. I bet Tony would have felt right at home here. This baby won't work without power. Oh, a laser generator that normally belongs to a cutting device. Pretty dangerous to just leave lying around here. There are also some notes and a drawing. The laser cutter we used in our last mission could not be salvaged. Only the generator itself as well as the power cell are still functional. You're right. You need some form of defense. I wish I could give you more, but I don't have time. Here are some instructions on how I would do it. Be extremely careful. Defense against what? I'll put these notes aside. They're on some sort of scale. I might need that. And I'll take the rest with me. A precision scale discreetly integrated into the table. Small laboratory cabinet. It's locked. This thing bundles pure energy. There's a USB symbol on this. Core, can I use this to connect you to anything?
Is it a USB Type LX 4.2?
No. Type 2.0.
In that case, no.
I thought USB stood for Universal something something.
Yes, because you can use it in space.
Attention warning, hydrochloric acid.
There is a highly complicated mechanism built in which ensures only qualified personnel actually operate it. This will not be easy. I will scan my databases for any instructions.
Result. Push both plastic parts aside and then pull the lever.
I would never have guessed that.
Of course not. That's a child safety lock. And you're not a child. Ugh, forget it. I need some kind of container to transport this stuff. These plants are dying, but they're not quite dead yet.
On planets like this one, they often use plants that can survive even in the harshest of conditions. Their fruits are cultivated in such a way that they can produce new crops even after a long time has passed.
I see. Yes, these yellow fruits are still fresh. I'll take one with me. It might come in handy. This one is full of plants and fruit. Oh, a source of food. How did they survive this long?
This appears to be a clever, self-sustaining ecosystem. There is probably an outside connection here somewhere.
Is there any way we can get to those plants? Maybe we can break one of the windows.
If the incubator has power and the system is undamaged, you can retrieve the fruits again and again while maintaining the balance. If you break the glass, you will be able to harvest the fruit, but the plants will not survive for much longer afterwards.
Cut? This fruit is so soft, it's more like mashing it. Oh, I pierced a hole in it, and now there's an oily liquid coming out of it. That might work in a cartoon, but I have to fill the oil into something else before. The things you find in the trash. The things you find in the trash. This thing bundles pure energy and turns it into a laser beam. I won't open it.
Small laboratory cap.
That won't work. I need the key. Lots of bottles with chemical inscriptions. They're all empty.
What are you doing?
I'm oiling the tracks so the cart can move more easily? Or, well, I hope so anyway.
The lubricant seeps between the components, thus lowering the friction coefficients, decreasing the necessary force. I am impressed.
If 8th grade physics is enough to impress you, then I've got a lot more to offer. Now all we need is the cart itself. I can't reach all those movable parts with this. I need to spread the oil more delicately.
As long as I don't know what's missing, I won't do anything with it. There's diagnosis programs for that.
I can't reach all those movable parts with this. I need to spread the oil more delicately. Lots of bottles with chemical inscriptions. They're all out.
I'll just pour away the contents. I know where to look if I want more. Maybe I can get it out like this.
The acid isn't affecting it, just the rock around it. I wonder if... Yes! The rock is crumbling and the crystal is coming out slowly. There it is. 3 cheers for chemistry.
I should be able to use that. Sure, it's not polished, but it's better than nothing.
Be careful not to slip. My sensors indicate increased slipperiness.
Thanks, but I think I've mastered the art of walking.
I found this with the...
No, these parts aren't suitable for what it says in the instructions. They obviously never finished the work on this cable shaft. There's a hollow, sturdy metal cylinder here full of holes. Some kind of cable duct, I suppose. It's hanging onto a few thin metal plates that are connected to the shaft. It's not screwed in, but welded onto the shaft with thin strips of metal. I can probably detach it with these.
I found this with the laser generator. Yeah, that might fit. A little bit here, more like this. Looks pretty good.
There is a saying for this, Tessa. All things considered.